C-Doc again.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends of all ages, welcome to Tuesday night. Welcome to another episode of It's C-Doc Again. Doing it live here on YouTube, Channel Zero, the Spit Slam record label group. Everything you love about everything. I'm your host, C-Doc, president of the Spit Slam record label group that is owned by Mr. Chuck D of Public Enemy. And I'm also a producer, filmmaker, yada, yada, yada. Ask me anything you want in the chat. I would like to present to you my co-hosts for the evening. First up is our social media manager, the man from the land down under Louisville, Kentucky, so Chuckified. Serve it up.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
Except I can't hear you. Are you just talking in clips tonight?
I'm talking.
Yes, you're very quiet. I'm going to take the music out.
Can you hear me?
A little bit.
Here, let me turn my mic up. Is that better?
Yes, there you go. Yep.
Okay. I've been messing around with settings. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Now's a good time to let everybody know that tonight's episode is brought to you by Sound Problems. And as usual,
our unofficial,
right? Exactly. Also, our co-host for the evening is a lady that got her start in old school hip hop radio, our lady from the heyday of K-Day, taking it to the west side, Jennifer O. Jenny.
What up? What up? What up?
Oh, man.
I'm leaving. I'm out.
Jeez.
Actually, I thought when you came on, it was going to be kind of like. All right, I might be playing a lot during the show. Sorry.
Nice knowing you.
How are you, Jennifer?
Now. I'm doing good. How about you?
Fantastic. First order of business that I wanted to bring up was I want to thank all the fans out there, all the heads, and all the supporters for checking out the new Stetsasonic video.
Holy mackerel.
Fallen Soldiers. Where are we at, Jennifer?
We are at 11,213 views.
Fantastic. And
we're
counting.
Not playing around.
And counting.
Yep.
So if you haven't checked it out yet, please go check it out. It's also streaming here on the Channel Zero YouTube page. And Stet really made a beautiful, wonderful ode to the fallen hip hop soldiers. And it's a great song. And the video is really dope too. Stellar work on the videos. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep. Good stuff.
Those guys might make it. They might make it.
A lot of potential there with those guys. They might have a future in this.
We'll see.
Stuff.
We'll see. It's all up in the air right now.
It is.
Well, before we get into the show,
yes,
I saw something on IG about an hour ago, and I got to bring it up because I think we need to add another person to the mix, possibly Damage. Although I don't know if I want to let Damage loose on this thing, but. Have you all seen that Rock the Bells is doing a hip-hop cruise at the end of the year next year?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Holy shite.
Yeah.
Dude, you know that's going to get buck wild.
Yeah, and you know what? I hate to say this, but my first thought when I saw that was, wow, it's going to be fucking insane when COVID breaks out on that shit. And, they get locked down. In the port of Miami or something.
I told my Jennifer, I was like, because I won't go on a cruise because of terms.
No, thank you.
I was like, that is going to be a shit show.
It's
going to be like a fire festival on a boat.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, I hope it's not. I hope it's not
either.
Yeah.
Ultra Mag
in the house. Influence, get him in the house. What up, bro? Good to see you here.
And a little aside, you talk about Rock the Bells. Fallen Soldiers is going into rotation on
Excellent.
Rock the Bells.
Excellent. Fantastic. It's great.
I'd like to know who the lineup is. They're wanting you to go ahead and book. I'm like, well, shit. I didn't know who's going to be on there. Could be like MC Search or something.
Yeah, I saw Kane was on. Kane was promoting it. So
And
I'm
if it was
guessing he's
Search, you'd
part
have
of
a
it.
problem with that?
So
No.
a lot of good stories.
Yeah. Well, now whether or not they're true.
Stop.
Anyway.
You all dated, didn't you?
What was that?
What?
Didn't you all date?
Who?
You and Search?
No.
Oh.
It's
I
not
thought he
Jen.
goes the weasel after you.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
So
I'm
check
leaving.
So check confides in rare form tonight. I see.
Yeah, I'm on meds.
Also, we have Bandcamp Friday this week, the last one of the year. I'm thinking I kind of want to do something special, but haven't figured it out yet. We'll see. I don't know. I got a couple of days to decide. So all the Spitz Lame fans, keep your eyes peeled for that one. We'll see. We might do something special for Bandcamp Friday. But
Maybe
as a reminder, and this is not just for Spitz Lamb artists, it's for everybody that has music on Bandcamp. It's a great way to support the artist directly because Bandcamp waives all of their fees on Bandcamp Friday. So support the artist directly, get some music, chill out, chillax, relax, bump some tunes, yada, 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 so on and so forth.
When I hear about Bandcamp, all I can think about is a flute.
Okay.
Excellent.
Come on, what the fuck? Are you all like that? Goddamn old, Jenny?
That's,
That one time at
that's an American Pie joke, I think, which I've never seen.
Bandcamp-
So
Yeah, that's what I said. Didn't I say you've never seen American Pie?
no.
Oh, I forgot. You have much higher standards.
Well, I'm not a Jason Biggs fan, so
Oh, what? So what is it about Jason Biggs?
I don't know. He just kind of like annoys me.
Skeevy, Juvenile.
I think I saw one of the sequels. Like I was somewhere one time, they had it on, and I was just like, Jesus, "What is this?" But
Yeah, I like that 16-year-old humor.
yeah, some 16-year-old humor is great. Some
It
of it
depends on the 16-year-old, really.
depends on the 16-year-old and if they're funny or not. So,
Good point. I don't think he was 16, but
yeah. Speaking of 16, or nothing that has to do with 16, let's get into the show. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, 16 bars. There you go.
There you go.
We were all 16 once.
Okay. Moving right along.
Ladies and gentlemen, our guest tonight is a member of the North Carolina collective, Justus League, famous collective, Justus League. And he's their main DJ, I believe. We're going to get to the bottom of the story here from the man himself. And presenting DJ Flash. And he's muted.
All right.
He's trying to get to the show as fast as he can. Okay.
He's doing a really good pantomime.
Yes. What's up, bro? How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are y'all doing?
Doing well, man. Doing well. Thanks for being on the show.
That's great. Pleasure to be here. Appreciate it.
So, I have to say that I know only, I know a bit about your collective, and basically from these guys, Little Brother, The Listening was my first exposure to that. And I knew they came up on the OK Player boards. Yeah, right. So we had a similar thing at the Public Enemy website. We had the Public Enemy board, so the Enemy board. where we were sharing music too. So it was kind of cool. I thought it was very cool when little brother started to make moves and waves. And then I had heard about some of the other projects, but can you take us back and tell us the origins of the collective and how you guys all came together and got started?
Yeah, it was just kind of crazy. I know, it was a crew that, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm pretty accurate on this part right here because I wasn't around then. This was like around 99, 2000. And it was my brother Cesar Comanche and Ninth Wonder with the collective. But now I know everybody else were pretty much gathering at the same spot, recording, and everybody was dope and just had good chemistry, and they formed a crew. Me and Crisis were the last two to be added on.
Oh, okay.
And, my position, how I got on, was basically I started tagging along with Ninth. Fonte was the first person I met, but I used to DJ with Ninth at parties. I had no idea this man made beats until like,
oh wow,
a year later. Maybe almost 2 years later. But yeah. So I would, long story short, I would go to the studio with him, and that's how I met up with everybody else, and I started just grabbing the music after it was recording, and I just played at the venues where I was playing.
Gotcha.
That's how I got in.
You were DJ Flash Gordon? Is that right?
Well, no, it was always DJ Flash, but I used Flash Gordon for radio purposes. I was doing mix show radio down in Fayetteville, North Carolina with Foxy 99, and other station that was down there. I believe it was 107 something. I forgot, but my apologies on that. But my brother, there was a brother DJ Flash. God rest him because he passed away. But there was another Flash down there who lived down there, and he had a pretty much strong name. So out of respect, I just changed mine a little bit for that time.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah, because I saw credits here and there. It was Flash Gordon. I'm like, okay, I think it's the same. Just wanted to clarify, but gotcha. Okay.
And also on one of the projects I did with Cesar Comanche, I used Flash Gordon because it was kind of like sci-fi type as far as the theme.
Right.
Yeah. So
Cesar did the Wooden Nickels joint, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's right.
All right. It's been a minute since I've heard it, but I remember that. Yeah. How did you get into DJing originally?
Oh man, that was a long time ago. It's just a lot of my family members on my father's side got a lot of DJs in the family, and started DJing in Detroit. Learned from a younger cousin of mine who DJs as well. He's all over the place. And pretty much, was inspired, watching television, watching Jeff and Scratch and person I used to DJ Coco Chanel when she came into the scene.
Oh wow.
90s.
Yeah.
And then overseas, I used to watch the tapes, the battle tapes a lot. I was into the Scratch Perverts out of London, and in particular, a brother by the name of Mr. Thing. So, trying to gather all that stuff, and then watch my older cousin out of Los Angeles, my cousin Jason, because he kind of knew how to do that stuff a little bit, and I remember we got our ass whipped by my grandmother. Turn up a damn record player, man. But that's another story. but yeah, a lot of inspiration, and just you watch TV, look at the superheroes and stuff like that. And, that was just way back in 86.
Wow.
Yeah, I was 12. So
wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Did you want to? I was gonna say, did you have any aspirations to get into kind of like that turntablism movement? Did you try to do like the Scratch Pickles and those guys, that hardcore shit?
Yeah, I did actually when I first moved out here to Raleigh, because I had to figure out a way to network, and I didn't know, you know, DJs out here. So I was like, okay, they have these battles. Let me just enter some of these battles. Never won, but I, got high rankings and stuff like that, and I was well respected in that avenue to where I just wanted to be well because
Yeah.
like I can do, did radio, mix show, clubs. I'm on stage. I make beats now, scratch hooks. So I, pretty much everything.
Yeah. No, that's dope. Because there was that movement gained a lot of traction, like late '90s and right about the time that the collective kind of formed. So
Yeah, man.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
dope. It was dope, and still dope being with my brothers in the league and all of that, and everybody we're a little older now. Got families and stuff like that, and but still keep in touch with everyone for the most part.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering what the status of the league was. If it was still a thing, or if people have gone their separate ways, or just doing different things. Or I mean, I know
Yeah.
it all that happens.
Yeah, I understand. Well, I mean, it's pretty much branded, the name collectively, and it's kind of like a platform, basically. Like, hey, if you want to, take a break, take a break. Do some other stuff. I know our brother, Eccentric. He was one of the producers. He did he produced the track "The Get Up" on the Listening album.
Yeah.
He's a lawyer now. Like he's like a big lawyer out here.
Oh, wow.
But he still makes beats. But there's still the platform right there, and people, oh, Eccentric, man, I ain't heard from him for a long time. So it's still an outlet for all of us, which is really dope because you still have members in the group that's still active. So
Right.
we just like, come on, bro, get on the track or whatever, or they can stand alone pretty much because got a pretty strong name. Real thankful for that.
Yeah, no, that's dope. Yeah, because you look on the internet, it's like, oh, Justus League was, and all this other stuff. It's like, nah, I have a feeling it still is.
Yeah, and it's just spread out now. Everything is spread out. Like, you have Cesar Comanche. He has this stuff going on. You
Right.
have Ninth has just a whole line of just take your pick.
Yeah.
He has his own label. And then you have Fonte and Pooh. You have the whole, and then Fonte, he has his home avenue with the foreign exchange with Nicolay. So
Yep.
Still together. Everybody's still. I learned how to produce and stuff now. I got projects, and so everybody's still working. We're just spread out, kind of like how
Right.
Voltron. Everything's spread out. We're still strong, but it's a additive strength when everybody's together. And there was a reunion back in August. I missed it, but yeah.
Oh,
So
nice.
and I think it's going to be documented on if I'm not mistaken, the Little Brother documentary coming out 2023.
Dope. Okay. Yeah, looking forward to that.
Oh yeah.
When did you get into beat making?
2017. Honestly,
Okay.
yeah. I haven't been doing it too long. I know throughout the years, being in the crew, tagging along with Ninth, record shop and stuff like that from time to time, and he would play me music, and his ear is the producer ear. I have a DJ ear. I listen to vocals, and I listen to drums, in particular the snare drum, as far as transitioning from one song to another. So
Yeah.
never really paid attention to the background music per se, like violins, bass guitar. So Ninth would be like, "Hey, you hear that? Ooh," he'd be all hype, and he'd be like, "Listen to it." I'd be like, "Okay." It just took a minute to get that part. So with that, in a sense, that training, once it clicked, I was like, "Oh my God!" All those years of going to record shops and stuff from time to time and hearing, dang, I wish I had that ear then, because he's listening to something totally, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
other than what I was trying to hear, But
Right.
but yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Uh-oh. The green screen fell. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, is it still we still good?
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Still
Oh,
racing through the city.
okay, yeah. We had a little malfunction back here, and I think it was my fault because I backed up a little bit, and
Oh, it's all right.
we're good to go. We're good to go.
So what was the scene like in North Carolina when you're growing up, hip hop wise?
Actually, I'm from a small town in Ohio off of Lake Erie called Sandusky.
Oh,
And
Upper Sandusky.
yeah, yeah, Cedar Point, Amusement
Cedar
Park.
Point.
That,
Yep.
Park.
there's a lot of music talent there, and that's just another chapter about because I moved back, so I'm into
Gotcha.
stuff. But I got to North Carolina by ways of Fort Bragg back in '97, and then I got out in 2000, and shortly after that, I met Fonte, lost contact, and then like months after, I met Ninth and tagged them on. Rest is history.
Right.
Gotcha. Thanks for your service. We appreciate
Oh
it.
yeah, it's nothing. I mean, it's just a chapter in my life.
Yeah. Shout out to Sandusky in the house. Wow. Okay.
Hey,
Right.
yep.
Sandusky in a minute.
That's right.
I missed out because I've been living in North Carolina. 23 years, and it's my first year back. But just all the the essence from me growing up just came right back. Growing up and going, to the lake in the morning and just hearing seagulls and stuff like that. Just little
Yeah.
stuff. So it's pretty cool. Small. Everybody knows everybody for the most part. But I pretty much stay to myself for my focal point reasons, and it's real quiet. So I have time to just really just tie into what I need to do to get through with this career that I have now.
Right.
Yeah.
So when did you guys start touring with and which part of the groups did you tour with?
Well, it started with little brother. Oh, you know what? Actually, no, actually, I take that back. I used to well, it wasn't being tour. I was doing strip clubs. Well, I guess I was. I guess you would if you look at it. It was a tour. I was doing strip clubs at Akinyele.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. I did that with. I was with Akinyele DJing for him for about 2 years. I was in the league, but I was really fresh. I didn't really have a position. I was just like doing mixtapes and stuff like that. But I was doing a lot of stuff with Akinyele at the time. And then when he moved to Florida to do what is now King of Diamonds and all that stuff, that's when everything picked up with the league, with NC State of Mind, and then Little Brother Listening, and so on. And so I was able to stay here, but I still stay connected with Ak. That's my bro.
How did that collab come about?
That was through another brother of mine. He was my old manager, guy rest his soul, named Martin Morgan. He's from does Joe Scudder have any new music? Nope. He is a road manager now, but you can catch him, I believe, in shows, little brother shows to come. He still does his Loving It verse. Somebody just asked that. I'm sorry. What was the question?
No, that's okay. No, I was asking about how you hooked up with Akinyele.
Oh yeah, it was through my brother. Yeah, he's from Left Rat, Queens, by way of Laurinburg, South Carolina. Passed away. Missed that brother's name, Martin Morgan. He knew a whole lot of people in the industry. And that's how I met him. He called me one day because he was living down here in Raleigh, and told him to come by. I come by, I'm in the parking lot, and he's right by Ak. And he was like, hey, Akinyele just moved in the area and he needed DJ. That was it.
There it is.
Like, all right. But he was real cool, man. He's real cool brother. And he always he's like always like 5-10 steps ahead of stuff. Like I remember saying, "I'm trying to Florida, and I'm gonna make some. I got something going. I'm gonna make some pop, man. I'm gonna hit you up." And he wasn't lying. He did hit me, but I was already torn with little brother. So
Yeah.
and that's the second group.
Right. Okay. So you guys, was that right after the listening came out? You guys went on tour?
Yeah. Well, I came into the scene because Ninth was still DJing for them then, and then our one of the producers in the crew, because a lot of stuff started happening, started getting a lot of there's a upgrade leverage with people's positions. Like one of the producers became the manager. His name's Big Doe, and he had a whole bunch of jobs. He was the manager, and he was also the DJ. And if I'm not mistaken, he handled the merch too.
Wow.
At first, when Ninth was excluded from the group. So then when the group got signed, that's when I came in because it was just too much for Big Doe to handle. He,
Right. Bruce
League, Chinese connection, man. Like he all over his hands. So I remember coming in off. They used to stay not too far from where I used to work at, and I used to always be over there during lunch break, either watching Ninth make beats or because they all stayed in the same complex. Well, quite a few of them. And so,
okay.
Big Doe, he stayed over there. I'm over there during lunch, and he was like, "Yeah, man, we're gonna get you out your job. You're gonna DJ for Fontaine Pooh." I looked at him, and I was like, "Yeah, all right. Yeah, fucking right. Can you cuss?
Yeah, you can cuss, right?
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because I didn't believe that. I'm like, man, I'm on my lunch break, man. What? Ninth DJs, okay? Like, nah, man, I don't believe that shit. So, time goes on, and I start seeing stuff on the internet now, on blogs, and at the time, that was out about the group getting signed to Atlantic, and now I'm like, oh shit, I think they might be for real, man. So I talked to everybody, and Ninth was the last person I talked to, and I actually talked to him the longest. And he was like, man, I got a whole lot on my plate, and this, that, and the third, and I know you don't like that job. And I was like, nah, dude. I was like, you want to get out your shit? Like, what's up? I was like, all right, man. All right, let me we can get this figured out. And it worked out. I ended up quitting my job in 2003. And I was nervous as hell until I got my first tour check. And I was like, when's the next tour? Yeah. All right. And it just worked out. It just worked out. Even when the group broke up, when Fontaine Pooh broke up back in 2009, I was still able to carry on. But I almost ran out of steam because 2016 I hit a crossroad to where I was like, I'm kind of getting tired of DJing because the shit and sound and music and clubs and whatnot, and being down south. So I have to stay in one lane of a genre of hip hop, and that I like to play. I don't like to be in a box.
Right.
So I was going to quit, and I'm sorry, Big Doe. You might be mad at me if you're watching. I don't know, but when the group broke up, he was the manager. He went to Connecticut, back where he was from in Bridgeport. So I cuffed his MIDI controller. I'm like, he ain't gonna need this shit. So I got him for his MIDI controller, and I went to my brother Crisis, because Crisis is just a genius when it comes to beat making. Like, you give him a beat machine, 2 hours later, he done some heat is created, So go to him. I know he knows the program Reason. So I'm like, hey man, hook me up. I know you know how to use it. He was like, nah, you're a DJ, you're hands-on. You do a lot of hands-on stuff. I just got on with this company, Native Instruments. I'm gonna give you a machine. And that's where I started with. And I said, okay, you teach me this, and I'll teach you how to DJ. So we cross-referenced our skills to make us stronger. And I 5 years, but yeah, 5 years later, I got some placements and some albums, and Crisis goes out and do DJ sets. So it worked out.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
So
Chuck.
what
I know
was-
you had a question.
Yeah. So what was it like the first time, your first set at the strip club?
Oh, I'm trying to think.
Wasn't any kind of crazy?
What you talking about? I can
Yeah.
to Op. It was just his stuff was like on steroids. I was just like, I remember bringing a friend of mine, and he was just like, I was like, yo, calm down, man. Like, just calm down. Like, he didn't know how to act. But it was. I mean, it was a cool experience. First time I did it because, I knew I was getting paid for that night, but I didn't understand the dancers tipping, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I didn't like playing music all the way out. That was my only gripe about it. But it was all right.
Yeah. I always wondered about the dudes that spun records at the strip clubs, and I was like, man, that's a job I need to go out for. I just don't have any talent.
Chuck wants stories in case you didn't figure that out. Chuck wants stories.
Oh, like the fights in the locker rooms because somebody done stole some money or some shit like that.
We're living vicariously through you, DJ Flash.
Yeah, that's just I mean, that happens every now and then, or it'd be a new person, and who the fuck is this, and it'd be some some little static and undercarriage shit going on, but I mean that's strip club.
So when you were growing up in Sandusky, I mean, like you were rocking hip hop like from the get go, or like when did it really like grab you and kind of like, you were like, okay, this might be my thing.
I actually converted playing hop on in like 80 ended like 88.
Okay.
Because I started DJing in Detroit in 86, and the popular music at the time was ghetto tech house. I mean, they still the younger generation, they still listen to that. I mean, they listen to all the other stuff that's out now. There's so much, take your pick of what lane of hip hop you want to go. But yeah, they still, the ghetto tech and all of that, and it's real fast paced, up pitch, tempo played, like positive for the DJs, +8 or -8 on the 45. Real fast. Detroit has its own scene. Yeah, it's like you have Michigan and then you have Detroit. I mean, you have your pockets now, but at that time they did their own thing. They had their own dance scene. Hell, they had it to this day. They have their own dance, legit. So that was my lane, and then once I started Jam Master Jay and Jeff, I that was another inspiration. You asked me that earlier, I forgot. But watching them, the videos, and I was like, oh wow. And then just going down on the BPM from playing house techno type records to hip hop, that's when I started learning how to scratch. And I was like, because I'm used to this upbeat so much. I can do a lot more with the slower tempo pace. So
yeah,
88. Yeah, I say 88 because my record was it was so what you're saying. I was when that first came, when they came out. I think when did EPMD come out? 89, fall 89.
The first record was 88. So what you're saying was 89.
Yeah. So what you're saying? So I know my Adidas was another record because I learned how to Charlie Chase on that one, going back and forth.
Yeah.
So yeah, early because of the slower tempo going from up pitch down to hip hop, I was like, newfound love.
That's right. I've been reading the Dilla Time book. Yeah, and they're talking about the Dilla going through the same thing because that was the scene in Detroit at the time.
Yeah,
when he's growing up as well, and coming out of that house techno really fast stuff, and then he starts messing with hip hop and it's slowing it down. Yeah,
exactly, man. Shout out to that whole camp, man. Those my brothers right there, man. Guilty and all that. My brother Dez and all that. Yeah, shout out to all them brothers. But yeah, it's true even to this day. When I do play hip hop, I still play it fast because of where I'm at.
Yeah.
And it works in strip. Let's go back to the strip clubs.
Okay.
It works the upbeat because it the energy is faster. So yeah, kind of work. But we just shut up, man.
No.
We're tripping.
Snap!
You can't shut up now. This is your interview.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, Jennifer. Thank you so much. I'll be lately I've been incognito because I'm in North Carolina, but I'm real attentive when I'm back home because I'm in work mode and I've been just like a damn bear hibernating. I've been asleep all damn day. I'm just not gonna lie to you. I'll be out. I'll post a story feed. See, this is what tells you how fake that goddamn social media is. I'll post a story feed. And I'll take this shit. I'll take my ass rest to sleep. Like,
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
You gotta watch out who you're hanging out with in North Carolina. There's some bad brothers over there.
Who I have to look out for, man?
I don't know. You might be close
I'm
to
on
one.
the gear, so when I come back now, it's like on some visiting terms until give me another property down here because my main property.
You're watching Yag Fu Front Brothers.
Yep.
Oh man. Okay. Don't comment. Might have to know a brother or two from that group.
Yeah, you might know them.
Oh man, that's funny. Wow.
I have no part in this conversation whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
So where did you when you were started touring with Little Brother? Where did you guys tour?
Okay, the first one it was domestic. It was
okay.
It started it was a 6-week tour, and I remember, not mistaken. Oh wow! It started in Charlotte. And we went south, and then cut across I-10 to the West Coast and went up, and then cut across Denver and all of that, and then through the Midwest going up through Minneapolis, and then coming down Milwaukee, Chicago, hitting Bloomington, Indiana, and then coming back up, and then Detroit. Detroit was the last place, because once again, yeah, we almost died coming. I think about that shit coming back, because it was the last night. We in Detroit. Let's go to the strip club and have a good time. Everybody having a good time, partying. I think we went to the club after that too, and our driver went with us. Man, I remember sleeping in my bunk, and I'm like, because my whole body is doing like this. I'm like, hey, what the hell going on? And long story short on that, the last 2-3 hours, it was like two people rotating, sitting up there with his ass, because we was like, man, you about to kill us.
Wow.
Strip club keeps popping up.
So what's it like being on tour? I mean, is it just like a grind, or do you have fun, or like is it just kind of a whirlwind? Does a tour feel long?
A little bit of both.
Yeah. But I know touring with Little Brother. See, here's the thing. I never rehearsed with them. Like, everything we did was off of spontaneity. We just like, this is dope. So with that being said, we would like maybe the first 4 shows, trial and error, and tighten it up. And once by the 5th show, everything is pretty much tight, and we just roll with that. So that's how the show would roll. Now, as far as The atmosphere. Yeah, and I think I've seen this on I think it was like a Def Jam documentary where Benny Siegel was telling his side of how tour life was. It's not fucking lying. First 2 weeks, hell yeah. Ooh, where we at? Oh man, oh I ain't seen this shit. What kind of food here? Oh man, love it. Then because you're in, that tour bus and you looking at the same person every goddamn day. Like it's a damn pop can on wheels, pretty much. You were sardines, like it's a 12-passenger bus, but you want to bring your homies with you, so you try to. All right, we got room in the back. Somebody sleep in the back because you got TV, you got the refrigerator and all that fly shit. You got a couch right here in the front. Man, somebody could. Who else want to come? So by week 4, you like, man, where the hotel at? Shit. A couple times I came out of my, because they pay for rooms. I come out of my own goddamn pocket and I'm way the fuck away somewhere else because it's just you don't want to be looking at the same.
Yeah,
that's how it is. But then the last few days, because your ass is going home, it's kind of like the first 2 weeks. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it comes back around. Yeah,
bomb. It'd be bomb. Like it'd be super bomb. And then you get back home. Like I know with us being in Raleigh, North Carolina, we're not in like we're in a big city, but it's not like your Atlanta, DC, New York, Chicago. It's not big like that. So, I come back here, I might go do a club, and I'll be like, man, what tour? When the next tour, man? Knowing damn well you just got done sick looking at each other, but it's just the atmosphere and the leverage that you just downgraded to, and it's no disrespect. It's just when you're on tour, the experiences that you have, and the people that you meet, rubbing elbows with, the networking that you do if you're smart. Yeah, and then you come back home and you try to have that same mentality. It's just like it doesn't really make sense. It's like
right.
You talk to your homeboy, and it's like it don't make sense,
right?
So you be like, man, I'm ready to go back on the road. But that's how it be.
I got a question, and because I kind of remember this. Can you talk about what the response to the live show was? I kind of remember. And I don't remember if it was Pooh or Fonte, but talking at one point in time about because Little Brother had a sound and a vibe to them, and it wasn't what was mainstream at the time. And I remember them kind of bemoaning that kind of disparity between the two styles or whatever. It had come up in an interview or two or something like that. I don't know if you remember that, but what was the when you guys were playing shows, what was the general vibe like? Were you getting any sense of like the crowd was kind of like, who the hell are these people, or was it more like the heads were there?
No, we were headlining and selling out, and it was kind of crazy because we were in the crossroads of the download, the free download, where you had Rapid Mega Upload. And we was like, man, what the hell is going on like with the sales? But then we go do Chicago and sell out the House of Blues. And that's like, 2,000 capacity or something like that. And I'm like, it don't make sense. But once we clicked in our head, we like, so when we put the Get Back album out, Fonte leaked it 2 weeks early. Like, and then put the APB out. We know what you're doing. Just come to the fucking show.
Right.
Label's pissed, but we like, whatever, motherfucker.
Were you guys still on Atlantic at that point?
No, we was, but
okay.
It was still ABB, but
okay.
that was on the way out too, because I remember thousand apologies to this brother. I forgot what city they left him in, but I remember the ABB rep getting kicked out in one of the cities, and that was the end of it with that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was after that, like left back, all that. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was fully like independent. I think it was like backed up with maybe like an empire or some sense like that.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I couldn't quite remember. Was it only one? Was it only the Minstrel Show went through Atlantic? Was it the only album? Okay. Yeah, I couldn't quite remember. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, that was a crazy time. I don't know, with them trying to kind of like change the image a little bit, and it was, a little clashing here and there with some of the execs, but hey, we got out of the situation and still rolled on and was able to take a damn near 10-year hiatus and then come back in 18. So it's dope. Hey, as long as you got your fan base and it's a strong set, I mean, look at Sade.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So what was it like coming back? Did the guys call you and say, "Hey, we're gonna do a new joint"? Because I knew they had been doing solo stuff for a number of years, and I don't think anybody expected it. You know.
You know what? I don't think anybody did at first, because the way it came about in 2017, there was this festival called the Art of Cool in Durham, North Carolina, and the set listing on 5'9" was supposed to perform before Nas, and he missed. I think it was Royce, if I'm not mistaken. I might be getting. There's somebody of that leverage.
Okay.
But they couldn't make it, so they hit up Fonte, because I remember me and Fonte. This is when the group was broken up, and I was doing solo stuff. Still for both of them in a sense.
Okay.
I know my brother rapper Big Pooh brought my other brother DJ Skills in to DJ for him, because they were both living in Charlotte, which they still do. But yeah, I was doing that with Tay, and so we did Hopscotch back in 2016, and we opened for who was that? For Big Boy from Outkast.
Oh yeah, Outkast. Yeah.
We did our thing. It was just us two did our thing. So I guess, I don't know if that was why they gave him the call to do that. And this is where it get cloudy for me, because I don't know what sparked Tay to call Ninth and Pooh, but he did. And then now here's where it gets confusing with me, because I get the calls out of the blue the day of the Art of Cool, going back to the Art of Cool Festival now in Durham.
Okay.
So I get these crazy calls. I'm getting ready to DJ at a club because it's a Saturday, and Tay calls me. Hey, Wayne, what you doing? I'm about to set up for this club and stuff and whatnot. What's up? So he tells me, like, hey man, might have to have you DJ for this event. Can you do it? I was like, yeah, let me just make a phone call. Click. So about 20 minutes later, Knife calls me. Hey man, you got the Little Brother records, instrumentals. I'm like, yeah. Now I'm like, what the hell going on here? I can't put two and two together. I was like, yeah, all right, we'll meet up at Target. And that's what we did. So I called Tay back. I'm like, hey man, Knight just called me about these records, man. What's going on? And he was like, all right, man, we're gonna do this Little Brother reunion show opening for Nas. I was like, you sure you want to do that? because if you do that, that's just going to open up a can of worms for continuation. You're going to have to present something after that to the level of, yeah, we're going back on tour, or there's another project type situation coming out, because you don't be on a 9-year hiatus unless you're known to do stuff like that. You know, hey, I'm gonna take 10 years off. Hey, next album be 2033. Just be ready. If I'm alive. So yeah, so you know, he talking all that. I'm like, all right, let's go. I'll see you later. I gotta go meet Nine. I go meet Nine, talk to Nine, put the stuff together, and now I'm following him to the Durham Athletic Ballpark. And so I get there, and there go Pooh. And I'm like, holy shit, yeah, this shit about to really go down. So get on stage. Mind you, Ninth had Jamla, shout out to Jamla, shout out to Rhapsody. So everybody, you know, Ninth had his label with him, and it was kind of dope, like, you know, because it's like everybody was a part and they grew their own legs, and everybody was ready, you know, to connect and reunite. And look what I got now, and it's like, oh, that's dope. It was really kind of cool for that moment. We got on stage, and they was like, all right, Flash, you go up there and just say, you know, how you usually do. And then I brought Ninth out there. And when I remember seeing Green, my brother Green Lantern, shout out to Green. Yeah, he was like, oh shit. I remember saying, I was like, yeah, man, I think shit about to go down, bro. Yeah, and there it is. And did the show, did a reunion, and then after that, started plans for the album, May the Lord Watch.
Yeah, May the Lord. Great record, man.
Man.
Now, we were glad to have them back. The Little Brother fans.
Oh yeah, awesome dude.
Yeah, yep, fantastic. Real quick, I want to shout out Long Island legend that was on the show last week, Sugar Bear in the house.
Dope.
Yep, and also Wisdom Beats in the house, repping Raleigh. So,
oh, dope. Okay,
yep.
okay.
Wisdom Beats was at that show. So
wow, salute.
Yep. So,
all right.
And Ultramag says we need Percy Miracles back. Yes, agreed.
Oh man, well he had, you know, Percy's been dead. Ooh wee, going on 5 years now. 2018.
Yep.
Guess we're not getting him back.
Rest in peace,
Ultramag. Yeah.
Yeah, they celebrated his funeral with the video and everything, and yeah, that's it. It's over. It's over.
Did Roy Lee's Records and Tapes close down? Is that?
I believe so. I think the closest that you probably gonna get to any of that, you know, stuff is to check Sherman Showcase on IFC.
Ah, excellent.
Yep, because he's one of the writers, and you'll see some of those characters. You'll be like, oh, okay. Shit, I know who that is. You'll definitely do that. You'll do that a few times. Like, it's a dope show. Check it out.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you for the heads up.
Yeah,
thank you for the heads up.
Yeah, man.
So we're gonna ask, where do you see hip hop going?
Oh,
I know it's a broad question, but you know, your personal take on it.
I think it's like it's created its own entity to where, you know, it's ageless.
Yes.
Like, because now you have the generations now where, because I'm 46, you know, and I can still go see my heroes at, you know, they have 90s tours, and a lot of the artists they still tour, you know, and I think that's really dope. And I think it also brings light to you know, your artists that even before father artists that came out because he Cool Herc still DJs and stuff like that. So it just keeps everybody active, and that's how it should be because hip hop I don't think should ever have an age bracket. It should never be like that. If you have a love for that format, it is what it is. Just do your thing, be dope, but just do your thing because if I can recall, you listen to country or you listen to any other genre, I don't see no age bracket set. I mean, look at Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
You know, and you can even do R&B. I mean, I remember last time I saw Frankie Beverly and Maze, we had to help his ass sing Before I Let Go. We just love his music and have a passion for the sound. And as long as you got that, I think there's no age bracket. I think that's really ignorant when they do that. Oh, that's a young man sport right there. The fuck are you talking about? You blocking money for one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think that's some boardroom corporate bullshit that somebody drummed
It really
up.
is. It really is. And hip hop, if I'm not mistaken, it was brought up on the streets off of a situation because the government couldn't provide us with stuff like, flutes and instruments. We had to go grab some damn record players and just make it work. And with the sense of my brother coming up from Jamaica and bringing up his essence, now you have hip hop.
Yep, exactly. Made by the people for the people in a time when the people really needed it.
Yep.
It was
really
and still do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Very universal. We just got back from London a month ago. Man, the appreciation over there.
It's different, isn't it? It's a different vibe.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It's dope. It's really dope.
Yeah. What are you working on these days?
I was just gonna ask.
A lot of quite a bit.
Anything you can talk about.
Yeah. First of all, I have a project that's out now with a brother of mine from down here in North Carolina by the name of OC from NC. It's called I can't even because all these other projects. What's the name of the project? You remember that? Damage? I can't even remember. I was about to say "Let Us Pray," but it's something like that. Now I'm on iTunes right now.
Go ahead, take your time. It's all good.
Give me 1 second. I'll pull it up. Let me see here. Oh, Jesus. See, it's the only thing I hate about when you get older because man, your memory was shot. Like, what the hell? It
only gets worse.
Yeah, man. Or you be walking.
The list God sent us.
The list God sent. Thank you, brother. Brother Damage, Yang Fu. Thank you.
Yang Fu in the house. Yang foul, y'all.
Yang foul.
But yeah, the list God sent us. That's out right now. Came out in October.
Okay.
I'm a part of me and Sean Dawn from the Justus League. We're a group called Lineage. I have that project out as well. It's called Lineage. It's on all platforms. I have a project, an EP that's been. I'm just telling past stuff before I go.
Sure.
I have an EP with rapper Big Pooh, called For Members Only, and how many tracks is that? I think if I'm not mistaken, that's 6. What else? I have a project with Cesar Comanche called House of Atreides. That's the sci-fi stuff I was telling you about earlier.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. Oh, so, okay. Some Dune shit? Okay.
Yeah, and that's how we, man, I take marijuana, bro. Just watching TV and like, hey, what'd be a dope idea? You know what? Let me see if I can get some sci-fi sound and melodies.
Oh my God.
And here we are with the House of Atreides, and it has a kind of sci-fi type sonic sound to it. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Cool project. And then I got few singles. I got a record out with my brother Ali Vegas featuring Big Twin, Tragedy Gaddafi called Coming from Queens. I got a single with a brother named Jay Gray That's on Split Slam Records. That's pretty dope.
Unknown Planet, though.
Also on Unknown Planet. Excuse me, on Unknown
It's
Planet.
on Unknown Planet. Yep.
Trying to think what else. Oh, my brother DJ Deadeye DJs for Terminology. He puts out compilations. I got a record on there on his project. What's the name of that project? I can tell you the name of the song. It's called Truly Yours, featuring Shabam Sadiq, Lil Fame, and Rut Dog from Gilla House.
Wow.
I'm trying to think what else. I have a couple of other records, singles. It'll come. Right now, I'm working with London named The Fly Hooligan. He has a bunch of records out on platforms and everything. I did work on not his last album, but the one prior to it. I did two records on that project, and one of the records became his first single and had a video and all that stuff. That was back in 2018. Me and my brother Sean Dawn pretty much finished with Lineage 2. Just have to record 2 records, get that mixed and mastered, and that'll be done. I'm working with a brother out of Chicago named Vic Spencer.
Yeah.
Man, this guy, man, super dope. He's super dope.
Spencer's dope.
Yep, he's in the scene. Been working with him and another brother out of Chicago who works with him. They have a bunch of dope collabs named I Am God. I'm about to do an album with him, and I got an EP. We just figure out how what direction we want to take this because it's pretty much done. It's a brother out of Corona, Queens, named damn, all these damn artists. Starving B. Problem. Yeah, oh my God! Like the bar activity is just man. He's really crazy with it. And then I got a brother from my hometown since I've been home this past year, who's still in the game, but he's never had light shed on him. So now it's his time, to get the flashlight on him. He goes by the name Yak. Just be on the lookout for him. With him, he's gonna drop it. He has already done, and then we're gonna follow up with the stuff that I'm working on with him. Also working with another brother out of my hometown. His name's Sean McGee. He's already established. He just had a little iron vacation situation, but he bounced back. He had a big single back in 2000, I think 11, 12. That was huge. That actually got him to New York, working with the likelihoods of Wyclef and Mary J. Blige, and I believe Drama did his mixtape. So he's in the scene. It's just he's been out of it. And long story short, I just need to just reconnect him. So
Yeah.
Trying to, with all the other projects that I'm doing, I'm trying to shed light on my hometown, Sandusky, Ohio, because there is there's more there than just an amusement park. There's a lot of talent. Just got to get the mental strategy in a proper directive so it makes sense. So it won't look weird to the industry people.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of talent, but it's just like some of the work ethics. And people have real lives. It's a small town. We have work, and you gotta pay bills. So so I try to bridge that gap. Like if you need anything from me, or I try to be a median because you have, and I think this is for any doggone town or city where you have local hip hop scenes. You have beefs with one crew and this crew, but I can be the mediator, and I'm trying to, get the fold. So I think if I can figure out a way for people to mentally block all of that other shit out and just come together, I think there could be a stamp put on that kind of.
Yeah.
Because
That's dope, man.
Yeah. It's a dope town. I love my city. I've been away from it a long time. I love my city. I love my town. Excuse me. I mean, Cleveland, Toledo are the cities, but you know what I'm saying. And I'm trying to think. Oh, my other brother out of Lorraine, Vice Soletric. We have an EP out. We put that out in 2019 at the start of the pandemic, and we're not doing shows here and there off of that. He has a ton of other music out. He's on all platforms, and just trying to stay spread out in other people's markets, tapping in their fan bases with my production. So we put the project together, I can just create a traffic director right to me.
Yeah. No, that's great, man. I'm glad to hear that you're busy. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know I'm here in North Carolina now, but I'll be in Chicago next week, and then week after that next weekend I'll be in Austin, Texas. Got 3 events down there, and then the week of Christmas I'll be in New York. So, and I'm working with Tragedy Gaddafi. I work with Royal Flush, my brother Royal. A lot of Queens artists. Shout out to Queens.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think. It's a lot of people. I don't have my board up. I'm not in my workspace, so I'm just going off of memory, which can be shot at times. But just stay. I'm just staying. Oh, my brother Legacy from the Justus League. Doing a lot of the production on his project. We about to bring him back out too.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Is there any more little brother stuff in the works?
I don't know. I have to figure that out. I gotta make some phone calls with my J League brethren and see what's what. With me being in Ohio, it's kind of a distant.
Right.
So I hardly hear from him. But I just, because I don't want to go back to no 9 to 5, so I gotta move and shake until whatever happens is what it is.
Yep, definitely. Chuckify, did you have a question?
No, I was just thinking the 9 to 5.
Yeah, back at the strip club.
All right. Okay.
Is it time to go to Taco Bell?
Oh Lord.
When I hear the strip club is kind of like that.
Right.
What?
That's funny.
I've never been to a strip club, actually.
Yeah, it's funny. One
Big
of the
fat liar.
way at out here in North Carolina, it was me and another brother of mine. It's funny now. My brother's he owns the club now. It's funny. Super funny. Like, but that was back for 2000. Yeah, 2016, 15. Yeah, but good times.
It's crazy to me that 2015 was 7 years ago. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, time really passes. This is just going by.
Yeah.
But for some reason, the lockdown during the pandemic, it seemed like forever.
Yeah. That was the first time that time really kind of slowed to a crawl.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like in my backdrop, I'll tell you that.
Right. Exactly. It was bugged, man. And I mean, I'm actually not complaining about that because I got a lot of work done that year, but
yeah, and that's where I was able to add strength on the production end and reconnect with a lot of my friends that I reconnected with from the tours, from the May the Lord Watch tour, in cities that I couldn't really tap in that I normally frequent, like LA. I couldn't get to Denver. I can't get to Dallas. So whoever lived in those areas, I was able to reconnect and use that to my advantage as far as my production.
Gotcha. Are you still using Machine?
Yep, I sure am.
Couldn't see
I
it.
guess that's it. It didn't show up.
Hold it show up. Did it show up?
Hold it again.
Hold it again. Yeah.
There it is. Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay. See it? Oh, wait. Oh, it disappeared.
It
But
just,
y'all
yeah.
saw it. There it is.
Yep.
That's dope.
Yeah, man. So still using this the older model. I'm gonna upgrade in a minute. And the screen fell again, man. Is it still
Mhm.
oh
Yeah, it's
well,
still
that
working.
still has that going on.
We know damage laying under that green screen.
Uh,
He's covering up.
Dang. Yeah, let me move this over. Are you
You good?
good?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, I heard that. No, we're not good. We got a bag in the back. I don't know.
Never a dull moment.
Nah, I mean, it's whatever, man. But dang, it made me lose my train of thought. What were we talking about?
No, I just asked if you were still using machine, and you said you were going to upgrade it. So
Yeah, just to the whatever the was it the MK3. And then I also
Yeah.
want to try to mess with some other pieces of equipment like the SP404 and maybe something from the eye. Not something that's like a desktop. I like to travel with my stuff a lot, so
got you.
an MP Touch or something small, compact, but effective.
Gotcha.
Yeah, man.
Does it? I don't know if you know this or not. Does Ninth still mess around with Fruity Loops?
Yep.
Does he? That's great.
Yep.
Hell yeah, I love that.
I know that. Every now and then, I think it's the MP 2000. Is that the black one? Yeah, the MP 2000. But right now, his choice of weaponry that I've seen him work with is the MK3, the Native Instrument machine.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, that's great because I remember when it came when they came out and he was saying they use Fruity Loops. I was like, wow, really?
Yeah, man.
Great.
Watching him make the beats on Fruity Loops, that still amazes me, man, because it's like I'm like, wow, he's clicking buttons like he already knows how the beat pattern is going to be. Like he's not even listening to the shit. He'd be like, play. He's like, oh shit. And then he'll line notes. Then he get a sample chop. I'll be like, yo, this dude is the genius on this. It'd be fast. It'd be real fast when he be doing that shit too. So.
Yeah, man. That was like because I heard the album before I knew that. So I never would have guessed,
Yeah.
And then I maybe it was a message board or something. I was like, yeah, Ninth Wonder uses Fruity Loops. I'm like, get the fuck out. There's no way he uses Fruity Loops. And then I was like, oh yeah, I use Fruity Loops. Like, what?
Yeah, I got hit with the double whammy of surprise because I remember oh Jesus, that had to be like maybe 2000, 2001. And this is when the HBCU CIAA basketball tournament was in Raleigh. And I was at Tally Hall, NC State. It was me and my brother DJ MC. This is a brother. I'm naming him because he played a bigger part. Connected me to them.
Okay.
And the whole league will always be at his apartment. We used to call it headquarters. And good times, good memories. But after the party, I have been DJing I've done some parties here and there with Knight. I've known Knight for about a little over a year, and I just known him as a DJ. So here he comes with his partner, who I know as Mike Burbick from the league. So here they come, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, y'all? We just finishing up doing this party, and we're packing up." So man, I got someone I want y'all to know. We like, all right. So we packed up. We go into the car. We sitting in there. I'm in the back seat. I'm listening. Hits play. It's my brother Edgar Allan Flo's single, "Righteous Way to Go." And I'm like, oh shit, this is Curtis Mayfield. I'm like, all right, I'm listening to it. And then the beat come in, and then the song starts to play. I'm like, no, who is this? Because I thought I was in the now with all hip hop that was out, that because I was in the Raucous Heavy, BBE Records. I was into all of that. So I'm like, who the hell is this? So all right, song's over. He plays another record. It's Tay and Pooh. It's Speed. They ain't a group yet.
Oh yeah,
Not a group yet, but it's
Right.
a song that they did, and it ended up becoming on the listener.
I'm listening. Yeah,
So I'm like, damn, this shit is rocking right here. And then I'm like, damn, who the fuck is that singing? I'm like, oh yeah, that's Fonte. That's Fonte. I'm like, why have I heard this name? Because see, I met Fonte first. I lost his number and ain't seen him since. But to reconnect, because I'm like, Fonte, why do I know this name? But it didn't hit until we saw him at the studio when Night took me there. But I'm gonna get there. So after he plays the records, he was like, yeah, man. Yeah, I did the beats. Man, dude, I've known you for a year and a half now. Yeah, all right. Yeah, right. I did not believe him at all. When I went to Missy Ann Studios, they were working on it was Tay and Pooh working on another listening record, and it was the Yo-Yo.
Oh yeah.
For the girl, that shit was funny as hell. I don't know her name, and I just remember she couldn't get that cadence right, and it was frustrating the hell out of Night. And that's when I saw Tay, and I believe I saw Pooh and Legacy. Nope, I saw Legacy at MC's crib because Legacy is. Everybody has their own, kind of like how Wu-Tang, they got their own attitudes and stuff.
Yeah.
Same thing. I think that's all crews. So when I first met Leg, it was kind of funny because he kind of brushed me off. Yeah, what's up? And I was like, oh. But yeah, man. Yeah, let me just shut up. But that's how everything was.
Hey, shout out to Edgar Allan Flo. He had the joint, the Torch.
Yeah, man.
That's my shit, bro. Damn.
And I was doing a lot of the big open mics along with, some of my other brothers like DJ Bro Rab, who now DJs for Kid and Play. That's fucking amazing. But we were doing a lot of, I'll say around 2001, 2002. It was a crazy scene going on here, and a lot of the people that was in it ended up going somewhere. My brother Kazi, you had Apple Juice Kid, I met fucking Damage at open mic in Durham. I mean, no, in Chapel Hill. Like it was a crazy scene, and I was playing all day records. Like it'd be like Black Star, Foreign Exchange. Then I might play, I don't know, Acrobatic. That's a brother out of Boston. Like, some shit like that. Some shit like some rock.
Yeah.
I might play Mobb Deep, or I do a throwback set. And I usually straight duck down, and then I come back out of it with a Comanche record, and then I play Bust after that. So I'm not trying to make it make sense because my visual was like, you're already there sonically. It just got to make sense with the right DJ to make it, make the mix sound good to transition to the listener. So, they won't lose attention because I don't know, like this younger generation, man, I don't get that shit. They don't like to listen to music like we do. I'm sounding
dude, they're even raised off of 10-second videos. I mean, it's constantly, I mean, they're being bred into that.
Yeah. That's It's just the internet somehow.
Yeah.
Skipping the curse.
Blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, all right.
Right.
Well, Flash, appreciate you coming through, bro. Taking
Yeah.
time, spending time with us.
I appreciate
Dude.
it, man. So much.
Yeah. Anytime you got new stuff coming out and you want to come back and let us know, please. You know.
Oh yeah.
Keep us
Yep.
posted.
Yep. Actually, I have a sample pack I can send you guys.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yep.
And
I'm gonna roll
shout out.
I'm gonna
Go
roll
ahead,
out to
Chuck.
North Carolina and hook up with you and Damage. We hit the clubs.
There you go.
I know where they at.
All right. And shout out to Damage for helping to facilitate this.
Yeah. Salute that brother.
Yep.
That's a good dude.
Yep. All right. Thank you, sir. Thanks for
All right.
coming on.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you soon.
Yep.
Bye, Flash.
Yep. See you later. Appreciate it.
Peace.
Oh God, those sound effects are so loud.
They are.
Are
Yeah, they're
they? Oh,
heinous.
my bad.
You are not. They are.
Yeah, your sound effects are crazy loud, and then you're like, you know.
Well, you can piss off. How's that?
Oh, I was trying to pick that up.
Wow.
Yikes.
Here, I'll turn
There
this
we go.
down. See if this is any better. See if this is better.
I think we both hit the button at the same time.
No, that was
No.
even worse. Yeah, that was worse.
It was worse. It wasn't worse.
Yeah,
it was.
it was. It got real tinny and shrill. Yeah. There you go. Wisdom Beats on the scene.
I was really excited about those. So fuck y'all.
Yep. You can take your shitty sound effects and shove them up your ass. So,
Wow.
well, I mean, if we're going there, he's telling us, fuck y'all. We don't like your loud
Right.
sound effects. I don't know. I thought that's how we were playing.
What is really happening?
That was a good try, Chuck. It was a good try. I have to.
Yeah.
I gotta trigger him from my phone, you know, so it's not nearly as cool,
Freaking out his dog.
you know. And I gotta find it again. So I was doing the kids, you know. There we go. So,
What is that?
you know, the Prince Paul.
Okay.
You can't hear it, can you?
She's like, okay.
Alrighty then.
Oh, no, that's not it. What the hell was I looking for? Oh, there it is. There we go. There you go.
You both need help.
Oh, that was loud.
Yeah, Dela. Ultra Magnos. He got it. Yep.
Ultra Meg.
Yes. Yeah, it was. That was a I got the Justus League was dope because like I said, you know, for those that don't know, they got their start they were in college, and then they gained momentum thanks to the OK Player message boards, and it was kind of like mirrored what Impossibles we were doing over at the Public Enemy board. However, they ended up like parlaying that into something much bigger. So, you know, but great music, man. And I was always a fan of those guys and the stuff they were doing.
Yes, Wisdom.
Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah. and Irene Cara. Now you're loud. Now you're very loud, Chuck. I don't know what's going on with your
Am I?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Well, you told him to shove something up his ass, so
I don't think that was
that
it.
might be why.
I don't think that was it. But before we wrap things up, I just want to remind everybody, if you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe. And check out what else we've got rolling here at Channel Zero. Also, our show is brought to you by the Spit Slam Record Label Group. The Spit Slam Record Label Group, a Chuck D situation. Catch us on your favorite streaming platform, on Bandcamp, or visit our official web store at spitslamrecords.com. All releases are available digitally or on CD, with select titles available on vinyl and cassette. The Spitslam Record Label Group. Throwback to the future sound. We got some dope stuff coming up. Like I said, might do something special for Bandcamp Friday. But also next year, we've been talking about doing some cool things, getting a mailing list going, some things like that. And Chuck D wants to do some special shit we were talking about too. So tune in, stay tuned.
On this show?
With the label. I mean, it'll all kind of cross promote with the
intertwined,
enmeshed.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Exactly.
Symbiotic thing.
Yep. So next week we will be back a regular time, regular schedule. I think it's going to be interesting. Next week is who's our guest? Jennifer?
Nabate Isles.
Nabate Isles. Yes. Whose new album?
This is the trumpet guy.
Yeah. I think his new album or single drops this weekend drops this week on Friday. So,
cool.
Yep. And he just contributed to Mr. Chuck's new single, The Amazing Willie Mays, if you haven't checked that out. So he's playing the horns on that. It was great to collab with him. Looking forward to talking to him next week. But in the meantime, in between time, check out everything we got going on with Spitslam. And Jennifer and Chuckify, thank you so much. As always, everybody watching live, everybody watching on the replay, we will see you next week on It's CDOC Again.